This is the story about the woodcutter's daughter called the Bamboo Princess. Very long ago, on an island far, far away, there was a kingdom called Wu. There dwelled an old man and his wife. They lived deep in a bamboo forest. They earned money by cutting bamboo and making baskets from it. They worked very hard, but still they were poor, and they had no children. One day, the old man was in the forest cutting bamboo as usual when he saw something strange shining in the forest. He made his way towards the light and came to a single stalk of bamboo glowing like the moon. Oh, that bamboo is shining. How wonderful. I'll bring it home to the wife. When the old man cut the bamboo, he was startled to discover a tiny baby girl inside. She shone brightly as the moon. Oh, how pretty! The old man carried her home carefully in the palm of his hand. When he showed the tiny infant to his wife, the infant smiled. They decided then and there that they would raise her as their own. They loved the child very much. They named her Kaguya Hime, which means shining princess. Kaguya Hime grew twice as fast as another child because she was really a spiritual being who came from the moon. From the moment Kaguya Hime arrived at their home, the farmer and his wife experienced many miracles. Every time the old man went to the forest, he found a bamboo stalk with golden nuggets inside. So the old man and his wife grew to be rich. They brought up Kaguya Hime with good manners and fine clothes. Day by day, the child grew and grew. She grew to be a very beautiful young lady.
You are my beloved daughter. Everyone talks about how beautiful you are.
A lot of rich and noble people come and want to marry you. Whom are you going to marry?
I don't wish to marry anyone. I'll never marry. I want to be with you. Mother, Father, I don't wish to leave our home. I like it here. I want to be here when you grow old. I shall never leave you.
There are 5 princes who will never give up. They just wait outside to see you. They never leave. Won't you choose one of them to be your husband? Even though the old woodcutter wanted Kaguya Hime to stay at home, it was difficult to ignore these high-ranking officials, especially the 5 conspicuous princes who were each determined to marry Kaguya Hime.
I'll marry the man who brings me the treasure that I ask of him.
Okay, I'll give you a message to the 5 princes. Now Kaguya Hime devised 5 impossible tasks, one for each of the princes. The first prince was led into the courtyard.
Shining princess, I am blinded by love. My curiosity is killing me. I lie awake at night thinking of your beauty. Please, Kaguya Hime, marry me before I go mad with desire.
Now Kaguya Hime responded by asking the first prince to go on a quest.
I wish to see and hold the stone begging bowl of the Buddha, for I hear it glows with the golden light of purity.
The prince bowed low and exited the same way he had come. When the second suitor came to ask Kaguya Hime for her hand in marriage, he entered the courtyard. and many golden chains hung from his waist, clinking as he came. He spoke enticingly like a rickshaw salesman.
Kaguya-hime, if you will agree to my marriage proposal, I will make you very happy. I can give you caskets of gold, for I run many operations throughout the kingdom of Wu.
I wish to see and hold a branch from the jeweled tree that grows on the legendary island of Hore. I will consider your proposal of marriage when you secure for me one such branch.
Now when the third suitor arrived, he tiptoed quickly and stealthily across the courtyard and stood before the screen that blocked his view of Kaguya-hime. He craned his neck from side to side to catch a glimpse of her.
Shining Princess, I hear you are the most beautiful woman in all the kingdom of Wu. My heart desires for you. For that reason, I have come to ask you to be my wife.
You must fetch me the fire robe of the Rat King of China. Only then will we see about marriage.
When the fourth suitor entered, he danced into the courtyard doing jujitsu. He was a large man with his hair tied up in a topknot and wearing a constant scowl on his face.
I will throttle any carpenter who can build a door so strong that I cannot break it down and secure your hand in marriage. I want you forever by my side.
In the Western Sea lives a dragon. In its throat is the jewel of 5 colors. Bring me the jewel of 5 colors from the dragon's throat, and I will listen to your proposal again.
Now when the fifth suitor entered the courtyard, he laid a wreath of flowers under the screen which hid Kaguya-hime from him.
Shining Princess, my mind soars with desire, yet my heart drowns with affection. Putrid death will take me if I cannot have you for my own. I will go to any lengths to marry you.
Can you find a cowrie shell growing in a swallow's nest? Only then will I be ready to consider your proposal.
Well, the first suitor left, and he thought to himself,
I can't go wandering off to some strange country looking for a magic ball. It could be anywhere. I might never find it.
so instead, the first prince went to a nearby city. And there, he partied and gambled and accomplished nothing for 2 years. And then he rode to the outskirts of town and purchased an old bowl from a farmer. He brought it to Kaguya-hime and told her a fabulous lie.
I got this bowl for you. It was pretty hard to convince the Buddha, but he was generous, so it wasn't that hard after all.
Now the shining princess took the stone bowl and gazed at it, but it did not glow with any holy light.
This bowl does not glow with the exalted light of the Buddha. Your story does not ring true. You've tried to fool me. Go away and consider what you've tried to do.
Immediately the first prince felt shame and regret on account of his behavior and his debauchery, and he hurried away, unable to forgive or be forgiven. The weeks passed. when one day the second prince came to court Kaguya-hime. He carried before him a beautiful golden branch inlaid with silver and encrusted with sparkling gems.
Oh, beautiful, shining princess, I sailed in the proper direction. I came to an island near the ends of the earth. It was the tallest island I have ever seen. Its heights so high, it vanished among the clouds. I knew it was the island of Horai. I walked on its beaches of glittering sand until I found a waterfall of cherry blossom wine. On its very tallest peak, I found the golden tree. I ripped off a branch as you requested. I finished and returned for you. After so many long years and adventures, I have brought this for you, and I wish to marry you as we discussed.
He handed her a beautiful branch painted silver, hung with sparkling gems and glittering with gold dust. But just then there was a commotion in the yard. In came Kaguya-hime's father, followed by another man. "This man has come to our gates, and he insists on speaking to the prince."
No, not now, not here. Wait outside the gate. I will be done here quickly.
Sir, I bid you stay and tell everyone what business you have here with the prince.
The prince hired me to make a very expensive piece of gold and silver brooch inlaid with expensive gems. But today, just as I was almost done, it vanished. And I followed the prince here, and I demand to be paid. Kaguya-hime gave the beautiful jeweled branch to the jeweler.
This should cover your time and your wages.
And the jeweler left satisfied and thanked Kaguya-hime for her generosity. "Oh, thank you, Shining Princess. Thank you so much." Now the jeweler left, and in came the third prince. When he went on his quest, he contacted his cousin, who lived in China, and asked if he could purchase the fire coat of the Rat King. And his cousin said it would cost a fortune. So the third prince sent him a fortune in gold.
I have accomplished the job. I brought you the fire rat robe of China from the King Rat of China, as you requested. My cunning and connections prevailed, and now we can be married.
We've read that the fire robe of the Rat King of China will shine brightest after it's been purified in fire. Let us now purify the robe in fire and see its beauty shine.
They prepared the grill and stretched the robe across the coals. There was a momentary blaze and everybody gasped. And then the robe glowed like ashes and disappeared.
You have been tricked. The real fire robe of the Rat King of China shines brighter after the fire. You fell for a forgery. I cannot marry you because my heart belongs with the moon.
Now the third prince, whose cousin had tricked him, was caught by surprise. He had given away a fortune, but now he had nothing to show for it. And he left like a man about to cry. The fourth prince hired a ship and a crew and set sail for the western seas to hunt the dragon and obtain the jewel of 5 colors. He shouted boldly at the sky, daring a dragon to appear. But a typhoon arose and roared in his face, and the fourth prince lost his courage and clung to his shipmates. The waves crashed down from mountainous heights, Thunder roared, the boat was driven like a leaf by the typhoon, and the fourth prince squealed. He begged the king to save him. They lashed him to a bench because he had lost his wits. He became a danger to himself and the others. When the storm finally passed and the prince regained his wits, he lost his courage. And he did not return to Kaguya-hime because he felt ashamed of himself. And now we come to the fifth prince. He went to find a seashell in a bird's nest. He hired a carpenter to build a crane and placed him up to a swallow's nest. And the nests were attached to a cliff face. And he went very high up the cliff, and it was extremely dangerous. He trembled as he stretched out his hand, trying to reach into a nest. There he felt something, and he believed it was a cowrie shell. But just then a swallow swooped by her nest, startling the prince. He lurched to the side and lost his balance. He rolled. That was the end of his story, but not Kaguya-hime's. Eventually, rumors about the beauty of Kaguya-hime reached the Emperor of Wu. He was fascinated by her account. The Emperor decided that he must marry this beautiful maiden named Shining Princess, because it would bring honor to the kingdom of Wu. He sent messengers to Kaguya-hime's father, asking him to inform his daughter about the Emperor's decision. The Emperor has asked for your hand in marriage. This is the Emperor's request. You cannot refuse him. Every day after, Kaguya-hime began to weep and cry. Are you okay?
Why so sad? What's the matter? Don't you want to be a high princess in the Emperor's palace? Father, Mother, I must leave you. Please listen to me. To tell the truth, I come from the moon. The moon is calling me home now, and I must go back. A carriage will arrive on the night of the full moon. My people of the moon will be coming for me.
Impossible! We need you here.
Yes.
The Emperor needs you. The full moon was happening soon. The Emperor sent many strong soldiers to guard the home of Kaguya-hime. The Emperor wanted her to stay for the kingdom of Wu and not return to the moon. And the night came, and the soldiers stood and watched. The moon came up over the mountain, and then a chariot arrived to bring the princess home. The soldiers stood moonstruck. They could not move under the powerful and mysterious light. And then everyone fell asleep.
Father, Mother, thank you very much. I have to go now. I will never forget you.
When Kaguya-hime put on her moon robe, her life on earth became a distant dream. She rose slowly up into the sky, and nothing could stop her. Kaguya-hime! Oh, thank you!
We will always love you.
Now, when the Emperor of Wu awoke, he realized Kaguya-hime had gone back to the moon. He was heartbroken. But then he was determined to write her a letter and tell her that she taught him to be more loving to the people close to him, and to care for his subjects, and to respect the spiritual world, which he now knew was very real and very close to our world. In order for her to read his message, he had an altar built on the tallest mountain on the island of Wu. Mount Fuji is its name. And there he burned the letter on the altar. and the smoke rose into the air and up into the sky, where Kagami Hime received his message and smiled down upon our world with love and compassion. And this is why Mount Fuji can be seen smoking sometimes to this day.
Can you do it? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, everybody.
After Kaguya Hime began to weep and cry. Are you okay?
Why so sad? What's the matter? Don't you want to be a high princess in the emperor's palace? Father, Mother, I must leave you. Please listen to me. To tell the truth, I come from the moon. The moon is calling me home now, and I must go back. A carriage will arrive on the night of the full moon. My people of the moon will be coming for me.
Impossible! We need you here.
Yes.
The Emperor needs you. The full moon was happening soon. The Emperor sent many strong soldiers to guard the home of Kaguya Hime. The Emperor wanted her to stay for the kingdom of Wu and not return to the moon. And the night came, and the soldiers stood and watched. The moon came up over the mountain, and then a chariot arrived to bring the princess home. The soldiers stood moonstruck. They could not move under the powerful and mysterious light. And then everyone fell asleep.
Father, Mother, thank you very much. I have to go now. I will never forget you.
When Kaguya Hime put on her moon robe, her life on earth became a distant dream. She rose slowly up into the sky, and nothing could stop her. Kaguya Hime! Oh,
Thank you. We will always love you.
Now, when the Emperor of Wu awoke, he realized Kaguya Hime had gone back to the moon. He was heartbroken. But then he was determined to write her a letter and tell her that she taught him to be more loving to the people close to him, and to care for his subjects, and to respect the spiritual world, which he now knew was very real and very close to our world. In order for her to read his message, he had an altar built on the tallest mountain on the island of Wu. Mount Fuji is its name. And there he burned the letter on the altar, and the smoke rose into the air and up into the sky, where Kaguya Hime received his message and smiled down upon our world with love and compassion. And this is why Mount Fuji can be seen smoking sometimes to this day.
Thank you, everybody.